Raise your hand if you had this on your New York Jets bingo card. The New York Jets are meeting with projected #1 overall pick Caleb Williams. Does that mean the Jets are looking to go quarterback in round one?
Jets, Jets!
All right, I'm interested to get into this one. This was not something I saw coming, but heck, we're going to talk about it. And the New York Jets are reportedly meeting with #1 potential overall pick Caleb Williams. This coming by way of Ian Rappaport. Caleb Williams, potential #1 overall pick, arrives today at the NFL Scouting Combine and is expected to meet with the Bears, Commanders, Patriots, Raiders, Falcons, Jets, Giants, and Vikings. Williams will do meetings, but will not do any testing or on-field work. This is not uncommon for top draft picks to not do any of the testing at the Combine. They can only hurt their stocks. If you're projected to be the #1 overall pick, why even put any type of question in someone's mind that you might otherwise be that? Maybe you knock yourself down to the 2 or 3 pick, cost yourself a bunch of money there. So not uncommon to see Caleb Williams not do the testing. Heck, Marvin Harrison Jr. isn't even going to the Combine. But what's really important, at least for Caleb, I think is the interview process. We saw him crying in the stands at one point after a loss, and you wonder about maybe some of that mental maturity at some points. I'm not going to lie. When I saw the Jets on this list, I was like, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, now, obviously, Aaron Rodgers is 40 years old. Could the New York Jets be looking to draft a quarterback at some point? Yes. But with a 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers and seemingly the last year of Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh, or at least like a hot seat year, are they really going to trade all the way up to #1 to go get Caleb Williams, or let's say top 3 if he falls a little bit, and use all those assets to draft a player that you're not even going to see play in an ideal situation? And if things go poorly, you're probably not even going to be able to last the year and actually see where this could potentially grow. So I don't see this as a realistic possibility for the New York Jets. But I want to go through these different things because I do think there is a big reason why the New York Jets are doing this, and I'll get to that when I get to them on my little list here. Obviously, Chicago Bears #1 overall. Are they going to trade Justin Fields? There's a lot of fans that want to keep Justin Fields, so some people think maybe that #1 pick could be up for debate. Heck, we've heard rumors Caleb Williams doesn't even want to go to Chicago, so maybe there's a situation where there's a little Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers type drama, and the picks get shifted around. The Commanders at #2, obviously Caleb Williams' hometown team. He has the connection with Cliff Kingsbury. Could they make a flipperoo from 1 and 2 to wind up getting the quarterback that I think, look, most people want him at #1, I think. The Patriots sitting at #3. This is why I think the New York Jets are doing this, and it's to try and get a gauge on how active the Patriots are in terms of what they want to do. Are they going to try and trade out at #3? Do they want to take a quarterback at #3? I don't even know if they necessarily believe that Caleb Williams is going to be there, but maybe there's a situation where the Bears want to fall back to 3 to take Marvin Harrison Jr., and the Patriots are looking to come up to #1 to go get the best quarterback in Caleb Williams. Now the Jets at least have a little bit of insight into Caleb Williams and what the thought process might be for our division rival, and even a little bit of insight into what his psyche is. Because maybe if the Patriots do end up getting Caleb Williams, the Jets are going to face him for the next 10 to 15 years, potentially, assuming he, at least hits to some degree in the league. So I could see the Jets absolutely doing this as a due diligence move and not as a, hey, let's move up in the draft type of move. As far as some of these other teams, you got the Giants sitting at #6. Could they potentially move out? Maybe there's a situation where, Marvin Harrison Jr. and Malik Neighbors go before their pick, and the Giants, I don't know, they've been thinking quarterback, or maybe they think the wide receivers aren't going to make it to their pick, so it's more worth it to trade up. The Giants, to me, feel like the other team on this list that maybe doesn't make a crazy ton of sense. But as far as like some other teams, Atlanta trading up to #8 makes a ton of sense to do that. They've already got a good wide receiver, a good running back, a good tight end. Could they be looking to make a move? Then you have the whole situation with the the Las Vegas Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings sitting at picks number 11 and 13 behind the Jets. So at least the Jets get some sort of insight into maybe how interested those two teams might be in moving up for a quarterback. It may not even be for a Caleb Williams. Let's say there's a situation where J.J. McCarthy is falling. Maybe there's an inkling that some of the Jets people have gotten from some of these other teams that these teams are looking to move up to #10. Now, if I'm the New York Jets, I would absolutely be looking to move down from #10 to #11, 12, 13, which would be Minnesota, Denver, and the Raiders. I would absolutely consider this because then maybe it recoups either a wide receiver like a Cortland Sutton or a draft pick in the second round that you could use to take a wide receiver in that round or an interior offensive lineman, something that could help bolster your team. Heck, the Bears are also sitting at #9, so maybe they're trying to gauge in some capacity. No, they're sitting at the #1 pick. If they're going to take him, he's going to be at #1, but maybe they're trying to figure out a little bit of wheeling and dealing as well, because if they're looking to move out at #9, maybe the Jets can give up a better trade package to slide back a little bit instead of having them jump us at number 9. I think it's all a little bit of a game here from the New York Jets. I don't think we're going to be in on this. And not to mention, trading up for another USC quarterback in the top 3 is giving me some serious PTSD. Between the Mark Sanchez drafted number 5, Sam Darnold drafted number 3, Zach Wilson being drafted number 2. I'm not going up to number 1 to go get a quarterback, let alone someone from USC. And I know you're not supposed to compare quarterbacks to their schools. They're all different prospects, but I don't care. There's something about it for me as a Jets fan that just doesn't want to see this happen. Not to mention, I'm not a particularly big fan of Caleb Williams anyway. I've been saying for a while now, I think Jaden Daniels is the best quarterback in this class, or will be the best quarterback in this class. 6'4" frame. Really lean right now, but if he can fill out a little bit, he's got the arm and he's got the leg speed to really put a lot of pressure on opposing defenses. So this was interesting for me. I didn't see it coming. I want to hear from you guys. Do you think Caleb Williams to the New York Jets is even remotely possible? Why do you think the New York Jets are meeting with him? Is it just a due diligence thing? Is it trying to figure out some intel from one of these other teams sitting in front of us? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, go Jets. Thank you guys so much for hitting the like and subscribe button on these videos. It goes a long way towards growing the channel. And then occasionally I get sponsors like this. So if you want to help support the sponsor of the channel, or maybe just get yourself some cool gear or some good discounts, you can click the link in the description down below. Today's sponsor, 𝐻𝐿 is going to give you 25% off your order using promo code JetsTalk. Link in the description down below. They've got gummies, THC syrup, THC seltzers. I just discovered these things. They are incredible. As someone who has been trying to cut down a little bit of their alcohol consumption and not, maybe feel as crummy the next day, this has been a godsend for me. Keep me nice and calm, cool, and collected, especially with all the hurdles that our Jets throw our way and all the headaches that we got to deal with as fans. So if you guys want to help support the channel, maybe get yourself a little bit of a discount as well. Support the sponsor of the channel, 𝐻𝐿. Thank you so much for watching the show.
Jets!